What's going on, family? It's Treader Credit Wiz, and I'm back to give you a story on how I got to where I am today with the knowledge I have in credit. And if you find this video beneficial, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who may also benefit from this information. So my credit journey started maybe about 4 years ago when I had a 720 credit score. And even though I had a 720 credit score, I just couldn't get funding from nowhere. I couldn't get approved for a personal loan. I couldn't get approved for credit cards, anything like that. And we all know a 720 credit score is phenomenal, right? Essentially, I had just that one credit card on my credit profile, and that's the only primary. That's considered a primary account. Anything under your name that's on your credit is a primary account, right? So being that that was the only thing, that kind of hurts. That hurts a lot, actually. You want to have between 8 to 10 primary accounts on your credit report to have a good credit profile. And that's why you will hear a lot about the credit score doesn't matter. It matters, but it matters to a certain extent, right? It's your profile that matters more than your actual number. You can have a 680 credit score and be approved for lines of credit, loans, vehicles, housing before somebody with a 720 credit score with a terrible profile. And not necessarily a terrible profile, but like I had a 720 with only one primary, no credit history. My credit card, that secured credit card, was maybe a year old, maybe, or something like that. When it comes to your credit profile, think of it as your high school or your college transcripts, right? It is a grade, it's a track record of how well you're good at paying people back. It gives a story of the quality of people that give you loans and lines of credit. So in a nutshell, your financial profile as a whole is basically your financial transcripts for lenders and investors. It lets them know how financially responsible you are. Like, does this person make payments on time? Is this person missing payments? How much credit can this person handle? How much risk is there when extending funding to this person?
Wait, think about this. We learned a lot of things in school, but most people never learned how credit works. But yet, credit affects buying a home, financing a vehicle, starting a business, renting apartments, etc., etc., etc. That's why credit education and credit repair services are becoming more important. At Mac Financial Consultants, our goal is to help clients understand and improve their credit. So if you're one of those individuals that need help understanding your credit and need credit improvement, please go to macfinancialteam.com, where you can book a free 15-minute consultation call with us. Now let's get back to the video.
I didn't have much on my credit profile. So even though I had a 720 credit score, I wasn't able to get lending from anywhere. So times got hard. I ended up jacking my credit up, right? So then that kind of pushed me into, I wanted to fix my credit because I knew how important credit was. I just didn't know much about credit, right? So once I started learning how to dispute and the different ways to dispute, I found Metro 2 compliance to be very effective. I was getting things wiped off my credit, like things that people would take months and months and months to get removed using factual disputing and consumer law. Metro 2 compliance is just a whole different ball game. Then I started adding credit builder accounts to my credit profile, and these credit builder accounts actually boost my score up maybe around 80 to over 100 points within 5 to 6 weeks. And as long as you're making the minimum payments, like $10 a month, like Kovo, I believe, is, if you buy one of their products, it's $10 a month, and it's a revolving credit. So you're making that payment every month, and it's helping your credit score. So Kovo, Ava, Credit Strong, Self.com, And make sure that when you're adding these accounts to your credit profile, that you have these payments set on auto pay. You remember that we're here to fix our credit. We're fixing our credit. We don't want to miss payments on these things when they're there to fix our credit. All of these things led up to me where I am today, of consistently learning about credit. I have a mentor. My mentor has a mentor. His mentor has a mentor. And I always say, my mentor has told me, and I'm gonna keep passing on this message, that if your mentor does not have a mentor, then your mentor shouldn't be mentoring. Like, you always have to have someone lead you. You always have to have access to new information that can be relayed to you. And I always encourage people that once you learn about credit and you start fixing your credit and you getting things done, getting things removed, someone else can utilize that information. That information is valued to someone else that may be in your situation or maybe a worse situation. So always try to help someone else out. Always try to pass the information down. Like, there's no gatekeeping. I don't like gatekeeping. I don't like gatekeepers. That's why as I get information from my mentor and as I'm learning, even though I've learned a lot, I've came a long way. I'm always learning every day. I always try to seek out new things that's going on in the credit world. So if you start off at a level 1 and you learn it from the level 2s, once you get to a level 2, start teaching the level 1s. If you at a level 2, you learn it from the level 3s and the 4s. Start teaching the level 1s and the level 2s. Like, you should once you learn and you get the hang of it, start teaching other people. Okay, that's how we start uplifting our community. That's how we can start encouraging people to make better decisions. Like, definitely the kids in school, the kids in high school that's about to graduate, they about to come out here in the world as adults and don't know. Most of them don't know anything about credit. Credit's not being taught in schools. The kids in college they might have an introduction to credit eventually in college. Maybe their parents like, go get a credit card. They might get a $300 or $500 credit, and they don't know what to do with it and end up maxing it out. They're kids, they don't know anything about it. So if you have the ability to teach, if you're good at teaching and you're learning about credit, then maybe it'd be a good idea to start teaching these kids, because that's where it starts. So if you have good teaching abilities, then let's start doing better at relaying the information to other people. Let's learn how to teach people. Let's take the information and then teach someone else, so we can start helping other people. So if you want a done for you service, I provide a done for you service at macfinancialteam.com. Or if you want to just send me a personal DM and book a 15-minute free consultation call, please do so. Please feel free. It's time that we start taking our credit seriously. That's why I say in all my videos that financial freedom is a choice. Financial freedom is your choice. Because every day you wake up and you're not satisfied financially, you choose to live that way. Every day that you go about not doing anything to better your situation is simply because of you. Like, you have to take fault for that. So until you start doing whatever it is that you need to do to make your situation better, and it's going to be your fault why you are where you are. But I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to spread the information. Financial freedom is your choice.